Today what I want to talk about is the 10 things that stop you from becoming successful in business or in sales or whatever it is that you're trying to do to become successful. Is that fair? These are the 10 things, okay? So write them down. Number 1, fear. How many guys know what fear is? Is there anything wrong with fear?
No.
Nothing wrong with it, right? Fear is actually a good motivator if you know how to utilize it to your advantage. What does fear really stand for? False evidence appearing to be real. It's a cloud. It's not real. Okay? It's false. It's a facade. You may think it's real, right? But it's a big white cloud. And usually what happens when you walk through the cloud? Nothing. It's like, holy shit! How many guys ever seen an airplane go to a big ass white cloud? You ever seen that before? Look out the window and go, oh my God, what the hell's going on? All of a sudden, nothing happens, right? That's exactly what fear is all about. Is fear real though sometimes in your head? It feels like it's real, right? It feels like it's real, but in reality it's not real, right? So you have to understand, you have to write down some of the fears that you have. Forget about just business, but in terms of you want to become successful in solar, you have to realize what are some of the fears that not only do you have, but what are the fears that customers have? Because this is what stops people from, this is what creates inaction for most people, right? In the military, they train you that when there's gunshots, what do? You run away from the gunshots or you run towards the gunshots? You run towards the gunshots, right? They're drilled mentally to go into war. Whenever there's a lot of noise, they're pushing forward. While most people are trained to, you hear noise, you fucking run away, right? So when you understand how to deal with fear, you don't let it stop you. It actually it propels you to move forward. Okay? What's next? Doubt. Okay? How many guys think you can create success if you have doubt? How many guys think you cannot create success if you have a lot of doubt? Right? Doubt is what will kill everything you ever want to work for. Doubt will kill it. For example, imagine this. Imagine taking seeds and planting it into the ground, and then all of a sudden the plant starts to grow, and you just come out of there and you say, you know what? I don't think it's going to work. You take the fucking plants out and you just take it out of the ground. That's what doubt does. Doubt just wastes a lot of time. You cannot believe something's going to work and then behind closed doors you think it's not going to work. You cannot go out there in the marketplace thinking that you're going to create success if you don't believe you're going to create success. This is what kills most people. It's doubt. Now some of you guys may or may not, but you should figure out a way to let other people's doubts fuel you like crazy. How many guys are wired like me where you are wired by someone saying you can't do something? Okay? That is amazing. Use it to your advantage. Sometimes you got to make that shit up and it's okay. Right? I have a friend of mine that keeps saying to me, oh, you always make... Nobody, like Eric used to actually say this too. Like, he's like, who would ever doubt you? Like, why would people doubt children? I'm like, dude, that's true, bro. Maybe it is true, maybe it's not true. I don't give a fuck. But in my mind, it was true in my head. And I convinced myself that there was a lot of doubt on my end. I was like, guess what? I'm going to fucking use it to my advantage. You doubt me? I'll make a living off your fucking doubt. Right? That's the mindset. So when you're dealing with customers, if you have doubt with your product or service, what happens with a customer? They have doubt. Some of you guys are trying to handle customers' objections. This is important. The same objections you're trying to handle for the customers are the same objections you need to handle for yourself first. Right? You cannot have fear and doubt. Right? And the next one is worry. You cannot have fear, doubt, and worry and expect the customer to be all confident to sign a deal. The reason why the customers do not sign on the dotted lines right there on the spot or you set an appointment right there on the spot is because you have fear, doubt, or worry. Because you're not confident enough. Because in my mind, if they're not signing that fucking dotted line right there in front of me, I'm fucking them. That's what I believe. You understand what I'm talking about? Can you imagine the customer telling me I need a couple of days to think about it? In my mind, the way my brain works, in my mind, there's a volcano eruption in my head. What the fuck do you mean you need to think about it? The fuck is there to think about? You really think they're going to sit down on the couch and start thinking about solar the next fucking 3 days? You really think it's that important to them? So that's what we need to get good at. We need to get good at understanding ourselves first and eliminate the fucking fear, eliminate the doubt, eliminate the worry so we can actually project the confidence that they need to make the decision right there in the spot. Otherwise, customers are going to say, oh, think about it, and you believe their ass, and you're the dummy. If the customer doesn't sign on the spot, I'm not saying you need to pressure them, but they need to see the value so massively they make a decision right there in the spot. If they don't make, how many guys had the customer say yes right on the spot? Awesome. Then it's proven that customers can and shall say yes on the spot. So if your customer doesn't say yes on the spot, it's because they have something that's holding them back, which is one of these 10 things. Right? What's the next thing? Disbelief. Right? What is disbelief? They don't believe. Right? How many of you guys believe in God? Okay? Can you imagine sitting down next to an atheist who doesn't believe in God? He has disbelief. Does the fact that he disbelieves that there's a higher power or God in the world that's helping us out, does that mean that it's not true? Does his disbelief make it not true? No, he has the right to be fucking wrong. Oh, Michael, how do you have proof? Great, look at this fucking whole world and universe. You tell me there's not a higher power that created something like this. You have to sit there and think about it. Like, yeah, let me think about it once again. Right? Disbelief. And there's a lot of atheists that become either Christian, Jewish, Muslim after a while because they realize that it sounds insane. Right? You cannot believe that this is just done by some computer program. This ain't the fucking Matrix. Some parts of the governments are, but you know what I'm saying? But disbelief, right? If they don't believe that it's going to help them get closer to their dreams and their goals, if they don't believe that they're running away from their massive, massive, massive problem, do you think they're going to make a decision, Mr. Conrad, to say yes to the product or service? Absolutely fucking not. And if you think they are, you're smoking some good shit. Let me know what you're smoking. Maybe I have a couple of friends that want to smoke that shit too. But you got to understand, people do not make decisions unless they believe that it's going to help them. People are selfish beings. How many guys bought a product in the past 60 days? Why did you buy those pair of shoes? You like them. So there was some kind of pleasure that you got from them, right? You want to show off to your friends. You want to have nice shoes. You want to have comfort. Who else bought something recently? Furniture. Why'd you buy furniture? So he doesn't have to fucking sit on the floor. The pain of sitting on the floor was not worth it, right? Everybody makes decisions like that. Every decision you make is based on pain or pleasure. Every decision. So you have to understand that the customers see and believe that if they move towards solar, it's going to help them. If they don't see that, if they don't believe that, they ain't making a decision to sign with nobody. I don't give a fuck what you tell them. I don't care if you get the bill to zero. It doesn't matter, right? The numbers don't fucking matter. If you guys think the numbers is what sells the customer, you're crazy. Price has nothing to do with the customer saying yes or no. You guys understand what I'm saying? Oh, Michael, if I give them a $10 discount, it doesn't fucking matter. People do not make decisions based on money. They make decisions based on their feelings and based on logic and their belief systems. Right or wrong? How many guys grew up in a family where stealing was bad? Like your parents said, do not steal. Raise your hand, keep raising your hand if you stole fucking something in your life. Okay, awesome. You fought against that belief system. Because you were hanging around a bunch of, how many guys broke that belief system? Because you're around a bunch of schmucks that stole with you. Right? I stole some shit. Why? Because I was with a bunch of idiots that were stealing shit. They steal, you steal, like a stupid idiot. How many of you guys know what Circus City is? Exactly. I put them out of business. Does that make sense? Statute of limitations, bitch. 2010, 2009, 2008. Okay, they can't get me now. Uncertainty is the next one. Right? Certainty. People need to have certainty on their decision-making process, right? If they're uncertain, if you are uncertain about solar, guess what happens? If you are uncertain, what happens to the customers? They're uncertain. Just, guys, audit yourself. Figure out where you're fucking up on. If you are uncertain, you will not close anybody. How can you close someone if you're uncertain about yourself? And when I say uncertain, there's a couple of objections you guys get all the time. It could be, you know, how solar panels are on the roof. It could be anything. You need to figure out what those objections are, and you need to make yourself certain that the product is amazing, that the service is amazing, that the company is amazing, that your right-hand guy and your left-hand guy are amazing. If you're not certain about it, you will not sign up anybody, and you will get cancels. Right? Certainty. When a customer tells me they want to cancel, God forbid, you know what goes in my mind? No, they're not canceling. What the fuck you talking about? It's because doubt seeped in, worry seeped in, a little fear seeped in, disbelief seeped in because their fucking uncle lost their shirt in 1995 with solar company. Uncertainty kicked in, so I got to build that back up. That's all it is. I'm not worried about the math. You think a customer cancels because his fucking neighbor had a $10 cheaper bill? You really think that's the case? You really think it's because of price? It's never the fucking price. It's never going to be the price, and it never was the price. It is that there has some kind of fear, doubt, worry, disbelief, or uncertainty. Right? What's the next one?
Lack of trust.
Lack of trust. Do you think that people will do business with you if they don't trust you?
No.
Never. Do you think you'll be in a solid relationship if there's no trust? You can't. Matter of fact, the foundation is trust. The second the trust is broken, it's fucking difficult. Because now you gotta keep three eyes open every fucking morning. Right? What are they gonna do to me? Are they gonna hurt me? And when I say trust, I'm not saying trust as in like they're not a liar or whatever. I'm talking about trust them with your feelings. Trust them with your life. Trust them that they got your back. Right? If you don't trust the process, you don't trust the product, you don't trust the company, you don't trust yourself, do you think customers are going to trust you? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Does that make sense? If you are not trustworthy on the inside, you will not be trusted by other people. If you think everyone's trying to screw you, guess what? That's how you feel the world is inside you. That's how you do to other people, because you screw other people. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you think everyone's trying to get you, guess what? Because you're trying to get everybody. It's what you think about is what you get in your life. You bring the world to yourself. Everything you have in your life is because you brought it to yourself. Does that make sense? You have to understand that power. It's amazing power. Lack of trust. If they don't trust you, they will not do business with you. If you don't trust yourself, if you're spitting fucking words that you don't believe, for example, you're reading the pitch but you don't believe it, guess what? They fucking feel that. You gotta believe it. You gotta understand it, which is the next thing, which is what? Lack of understanding. Do you think people make decisions when they don't understand shit? No. How many of you guys ever spoke to someone that doesn't speak a word of English and they always smile? No. $100? No. Okay? I went to Chinatown one time. I was trying to give everyone $100. Nobody took it. Thought it was a fucking bomb or something. No. You want? I'm free. No. Right? Why? Lack of understanding. They didn't understand what the fuck I was saying. I don't try to sell Spanish customers because I don't speak Spanish. If it's hablas español, I used to always scream, Steven! Spanish, boom, I'm next. I'm on to the next one. I want to have a conversation with someone that understands what I'm saying. Can you imagine me trying to convince a customer that doesn't understand what I'm talking about? Some of you guys speak English with a customer or Spanish, and they still don't fucking understand you. Because you don't understand them. Right? Instead of trying to be understood every single fucking second, try to understand them. When you understand the customer, it's much easier to close them. Right? When you understand yourself, it's much easier to close the deals. Why is it that some people have a crazy amount of sales and some people don't? You think it's because of the fucking pitch? You really think it's the pitch? You really think it's the area they knock on? You really think that? If you're stupid enough to believe that, then you're on some other shit. It has nothing to do with those factors. It has everything to do with obviously working and getting work ethic out there and busting your ass. But it's also having a lot of these things taken care of. Their belief level's fucking high. Some of you guys probably wondering, how did Eric close the deal yesterday with one presentation, one close? Because his belief level's high when it comes to solar. It's easy. He knows what to say. He knows what to do. It's already, he understands the customer. Does that make sense? Once you become a better person and understand other people around you, it's much easier to close the fucking deal. Next, what's the next thing? Misconceptions. Oh my God, this is a big one. This goes for you guys. By the way, this is not just for the customers. You understand? This is for you too. You may have some misconceptions about the business. You may have some misconceptions about your business. You have misconceptions. Certain things that are not true. Oh, I'm screwing the customer because their insurance company will drop them. What? The fuck does that got to do with anything with solar? There's other insurance companies, buddy. Oh, it's going to make their bill go up by $10. So? What the fuck are you talking about? I hope it goes up. The fuck? Life is about, listen, inflation is about to kick in. They're giving out fucking $8 billion to Ukraine, $7 billion to this fucking guy. You don't think inflation is going to kick in? Oh no, you think it's going to be cheaper and cheaper. Guys, fucking rude awakening. Eggs will never be $1. Eggs will never be $2. Milk will never be fucking $3 a gallon. It's not going to happen. It's going to get fucking more and more and more expensive. How much is a gallon of milk right now? $5, $6, $7, $10 if you want to have fucking organics because they smack that in the ass every morning, right? They massage the fucking balls and shit. It's fucking $11.50. Who gives a fuck? It's going to get more expensive. The problem is not the fucking pricing. The problem is you need to make fucking more money. The misconception is, oh my God. What's the biggest misconception that you have in your life? By the way, what time do we start? 10:30. Ah, I got you guys. No, what time do we start? 10:45. What time we got to be here? 10:30. What time do we start? 10:45. What time we got to be here? 10:30. What time do we start?
10:45.
What time I gotta be here?
10:30.
What time I gotta be here?
10:30.
What time I gotta be here? What time do we start?
10:45.
What time do we start?
10:45.
What time we gotta be here?
10:30.
What time we gotta be here?
10:30.
What time we gotta be here?
10:30.
Awesome. Misconception. Misconception. Next, what's the next one? Confused mind always says no. Always. It's just because they think that it's a safe thing to say. So you can say, you don't want this $100, right? You don't want it, right? No. Okay, here. Confusion, guys. Confusion. Confused mind says no. And you can tell when a customer is confused, right? Their fucking eyes are dazing. They pause. They're trying to think. Make it simple. By the way, do you think I make myself seem smarter in presentations with customers? Or do you think I'm just a regular fucking dude? Regular dude. The smart fucks never fucking make it. High IQ, oh my God, you have a problem in this business. Why do you think sales guys are not the smartest people in the world, but they make more money than smart people? There's a lot of smart people, right? A lot of smart people. Fucking professors, smarter than me. I don't give a fuck. I don't need to be smart. I'm not trying to connect with the fucking derlicks, right? I'm trying to help the average person understand the concepts that I understand. That's it. You don't need to have a high vocabulary to become successful, guys. I have a very limited vocabulary. It is okay. But I express my information properly to the homeowner, to the customer. Because confusion is what stops deals. That also goes for who? For yourself. If you are confused, if you are lost in the sauce, you have no idea what you want to do in your fucking life. You don't know if you want to do this one day, you don't want to do this one day, you're confusing your fucking self. And you think you're going to close customers? No, you can't. You cannot. You cannot close anybody if you're confused because you're not closed yet. You cannot, understand this, guys, repeat after me. I cannot close any customer unless I am closed myself. If you're not closed, you're not going to close the customer. It's a fucking fact. So what is your job every single day? Why do you come here? Why do you do this? Why do you do this every single day? For what purpose? To close yourself, to educate yourself, to build your fucking belief. Oh, Michael, I'm going to do it at home. Bullshit. You cannot do this by yourself. You need to be influenced by the environment to get your mind to think differently so you cannot be confused. Because if you have fear, doubt, worry, disbelief, uncertainty, lack of trust, lack of understanding, misconception, or confusion, guess what happens? You ain't closing shit, and you're wasting your fucking time. Does that make sense? What's the next one? Lack of clarity is another one. You need to be clear. Concise, precise. Clarity is what closes customers. The second they're clear on what they're getting from the product or service, the second they understand, the second they see it, guess what? Game over. You ain't stopping them. They're going to take the fucking tablet and sign it themselves. When it's clear to them that they're going to get the benefits that they want, they're going to fucking sign on the dotted lines. They don't need to think about shit. All the objections you guys get is because this is the deep. This is the root, by the way. This is the root. You understand what I'm saying, guys? This is the root. This is the real shit. I didn't even think about it. Awesome. Great. You know what? My mind goes into this. What the fuck is going on? This is where they're at. Somewhere here. Something is not making sense. So my job is to figure it out. And I'm not afraid to push a little bit of the buttons. I'm not afraid to say, oh, let me ask you a quick question, Mr. Customer. What is it that's stopping you from making a great decision today? Because I want to understand. Because to me, it makes so much sense. What's holding you back? Oh, I want to think about it for the next 2-3 days. Listen, I would love for you to think about it. As a matter of fact, I want you to keep thinking about it. I want you to keep thinking about it till the day you die. Because you're always going to be thinking about solar. Because you're going to be looking at it every single day saying, wow, thank God I went solar. So my question to you is this. Outside of the fact that you want to think about it for the next 2-3 days, what is it that's stopping you from saying, yes, I need this? What is it you're missing so I can help you out? Because my job is to help you figure out if solar is a good fit for you or not. And we just went over all the information. It makes sense. But what is it that's stopping you? I'm not believing the think bullshit. These are the 10 things that stop you from creating success. 10 things. Let's talk about it real quick for 2 seconds. This is the things you need to convince yourself on. Oh, Michael, all you do is convince yourself every day. Yes! And that's why fucking money chases me. Yes! That's what you have to do. What fucking world do you live in? You think LeBron James or Djokovic, whatever his name is, all these fucking guys, they don't convince themselves of these things? You think they're just great by accident? You think they just woke up one morning and all of a sudden they're fucking amazing? No. They had fear, they overcame it. They had doubt, they had worry, they had all those things stopping them from creating success. And guess what they did? They worked on themselves to build that belief. That's why they can fucking shoot from fucking the 3 like this, like an idiot, and still fucking get it in. Has nothing to do with skill. Skill is on top of that. You think that's skill? No, it's the belief. When you have the massive belief, your body does crazy shit. When you believe, it's amazing what happens to the world around you. You gotta believe. You gotta build that fucking belief in yourself. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next video.